Let's try to catch those failures. Welcome to 2-Minute Tech. Today we're going to talk about using try-catch blocks to quickly detect and react to failures that happen in flows. Let's get started. In the interest of time, I've made this flow beforehand. It's manually triggered. It gets details about a Word document that's in OneDrive. Then it does the same thing again, but with a bogus file name, that ever-popular placeholder ASDF, and then tries to send a modified time on these two files via email. Of course, this second one will fail because we don't have a valid file name, but let's try running it now and see what happens. As expected, our second getFileMetadata failed, and because it failed, we never ran our send an email action, and of course the user never got an email letting him know the flow had even run. How can we address this? Well, we'll add a try-catch block, which if you've worked in other programming languages, works by running a set of code in one block, seeing if it works, and if it fails, running another set of code in a different block to handle the failure in some way. We can do that by going to Control and Scope. So we're going to add a code scope, and this will be our try block. We're going to try running these three actions here and see if they succeed. If not, we'll add our catch block here, which is another scope. We'll rename this catch to make it easier to identify in our flow, and we'll go to settings. And you can see by default, this scope is set to run after our try scope up here when it's successful. We'll change this to timeout or failure, which will make this only run when a failure has occurred in the flow. Lastly, we will add an email action here that will be some sort of an error handling email to alert the admin that a failure has occurred. And there's our email. You can see I put the name of the flow in the email body. This is helpful because if you have a bunch of flows using this technique and one of them fails, if you don't have the name there, you'll have a hard time tracking down which one actually had the failure. Let's see what happens when this flow fails. All right, this getFileMetadata failed, which caused the try block to fail. So our catch block was invoked and we got a flow run failure email. Now let's modify this again and try fixing the bug in our flow. Say we're the admin coming along and we're gonna fix this because we know that we have a bug we need to address. Save that and run it again and see what happens. All right, this time you can see everything in the try block worked successfully, which means our catch block never ran. And if we go to our email, sure enough, we have our file modified time email and no more flow run failed email. What are some ways that you've used try-catch blocks in flows or used scopes in flows? Add these in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was a useful way to catch failures in your flows. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video as we continue talking about Power Automate.